And also a plea right now to avoid another shutdown in Nevada. State Republican leaders sending a letter to Governor Steve Sisolak asking him to consider the impact it would have on Nevada businesses. Well, thanks for joining us live on TV, Fire TV, or wherever you're streaming us right now. I'm Todd QUINONES.
And I'm Trisha Keene. 13 Action News reporter Jeremy Chen joins us live with the reasons why they want to keep things open. Jeremy.
Yeah, Todd and Trisha, the GOP Assembly caucus sending that letter to Governor Sisolak yesterday. Republican leaders basically asking him, they don't want to see a complete shutdown like we saw in March and April, basically at the beginning of the pandemic, and they want him to continue to balance health and the economy.
Uncertainty continues to be on the minds of Valley businesses as COVID-19 cases continue to rise in Nevada. The latest numbers causing Governor Sisolak to consider more restrictions in the near future.
To be blunt, our state is surging and continues to surge. I'm incredibly concerned about the severity of COVID-19 in our state, as demonstrated in increased numbers that have been experienced.
The GOP Assembly caucus sending a letter to the governor Wednesday asking him to avoid another complete shutdown.
A complete shutdown would really be devastating to the state, in our economy as well as small businesses.
Assemblyman Tom Roberts says he and others in his caucus recognize the need for COVID mitigation, but are worried for businesses that may still be struggling to recover. He would like to see a more targeted approach if restrictions are placed.
Instead of doing blanket closures, well, let's through scientific evidence figure out where people are being exposed and curtail those activities.
UNLV public policy professor Robert Lang says the decision of whether to shut down or not is a tough one for anyone and not something Governor Sisolak would take lightly.
So when these decisions are made, they're not made lightly. This is not some sort of conspiracy. This is a real problem. And it may take fairly dramatic action.
Roberts acknowledges the governor's difficult choice. He says Sisolak's office did respond to the letter positively and would consider its recommendations.
That gives me some hope, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, it's ultimately his decision.
Now, we did reach out to the Assembly Democrats as well as Governor Sisolak's office. However, we did not hear back from them by deadline. Jeremy Chen, 13 Action News.